foul trouble hurt you guys today?
I thought definitely wasn't helpful for us because obviously we limited on bodies, but that's what comes with the game. I feel like you can't blame others besides yourself in those situations. Like, I mean, they arrested and committed those fouls we did. So I think that's yeah. Obviously, we wish it didn't go that way because we wish we had more bodies out there. And but to answer your question, it didn't help.
How hard is it to avoid though when they have a guy who's that big and that good inside?
I mean, it's hard. He's a unicorn. There's not that many 7'4" guys with a touch like that who can just play the game that well, and it makes it challenging. But I mean, it's college basketball. You're not about to just hold your head because you got somebody that's good. Like you gotta survive or die, adapt or swim. So essentially, it's just gotta. We go to game plan. You got Edie, you got guard Edie, you got other players, you got other players. Like simple as that. I think something you can't hold your head on. You just gotta embrace the competition.
How do you game plan for that though, right? Like when it's maybe hard to simulate in practice, and what was the game plan going?
I mean, our scout team guy who was game planning. I mean, who was imitating Edie was 6'6", so I mean, you can only a game plan for it so much. But I think you don't really know how good he is until you go out there. But he's a great player, and I know he's gonna make a lot of money playing basketball. So, I mean, to answer your question, though, like, there's not really a way you can, but you do the best you can because you got no other choice.
Terrance, I just saw you making a face at something on the box score. What were you looking at?
I'm just looking at this foul count. I ain't gonna lie. Foul count look crazy on this box score.
Were there too many, I guess, other fouls like away from Edie and away from the basket? Is that something to discuss?
Yeah, that's mostly like they discuss for real because they call like a lot of chippy fouls. I feel like this Big Ten basketball, I think, they allow us to bump a little bit, especially with the big fellas. But we're not gonna blame it on refs. We're not gonna do that. But we just gotta play our game and try not to foul as much off the ball.
I guess I have a question about the chants when you hear Boiler up and those things. When Michigan State is here, maybe I guess that's in state. They're pretty close. Did you guys have any thoughts about Purdue fans getting pretty loud today?
I mean, they're a passionate fan base. You're going to see it when you go to Purdue at Mackey. You're going to see it on the road. They travel well. And it makes the environment cool, makes it fun to play in no matter who's in it, because there's always going to be people in the crowd rooting for you. There's going to be people in the crowd rooting against you. It was definitely unique to see. But it was man, kudos to them. They travel well. So simple as that.
But Jace, when speaking of that, I mean, there were Michigan fans sold out their tickets. I mean, to get Purdue to get those tickets, doesn't that disappoint you, or is it the spring break element, or what do you think it is?
I mean, I haven't really thought too much into it, but I mean, yeah, probably the spring break element. I mean, it's called what it is. We're not having a great season ourselves, so that might impact the way that fans view it. But hey, it's not our job to really get into any of that. Our job's to go out there and play to win. And hey, whoever's in the crowd, we're gonna still play the game. The ball's still gonna bounce. So I think that's just outside of our control right now. And I think the only thing in our control is trying to stop Purdue and trying to beat Purdue. And I think we fought our asses off tonight. So I really I'm proud of our team, and it's something we're gonna build on.
To answer your question, though, it's definitely like a discuss factor. You just playing the game. I mean, we're gonna play on the court, but it feel like Mackey Arena in there tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's just disappointing because we go on the road trips, and their fan base, no matter what the record is, they gonna be all their fans and a little bit of Michigan fans. But today it felt like it was more like 75% Purdue fans, 25%.
See, Will, I've been
fans.
going to this arena since 1967. I've never seen a takeover like that.
That bro, they literally, it felt like Mackey Arena tonight. To answer your question, just straight up. And that I feel like no matter what the the record says, that's just fan base. That's just.
So what's your message to Michigan fans?
I mean, I don't really got no message to them for real, because they're gonna support us when we up. They're not gonna support us when we down. So, I just hope that don't happen again in the future. Whenever I'm gone or whenever, that situation arises, I just hope it doesn't happen again, because that was disappointing.
There were definitely some.
there are definitely some positive takeaways on the offensive end. How do you build off those things going into the last 3 games of the season?
I think our defense really helped our offense, and I feel like that's when you see a game like how we play well offensively. I think, especially in the second half, where I think it's been stalled out a lot this season, and our defense picked up in the second half. So I think that's like the defense was the reason our offense was doing so well. And yeah, I mean, we got 3 games left on our schedule, plus a Big Ten tournament game. And I promise you, we're gonna go out there and compete the way we did, like today, for those next 3 games. Because I mean, that's we got no choice. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to the coaches. We owe it to the managers. We owe it to the fans. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be people that are rocking with us and people that don't. But it's our job. Our job is not to get into that. Our job is to go out there and compete to win basketball games. So yeah, no, I think we just gotta realize what the ways and the formulas to win, and I think that starts on the defensive end. I think every other team in the country has the defensive identity. So if we can continue to do that for the rest of the season, I think we're gonna be able to build something off of this.
Anything else?
Jace, career game for you, I mean, as far as points and minutes played too, I mean, I know you've been in and out with injury and illness and things like that, I guess, where are you at, you know, sort of, health-wise right now?
Man, it's been a different sort of difficult season. I mean, like it's hard to get your rhythm and your wind, but I mean, I love playing basketball. So whenever I get the opportunity to do that, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And I know they asked me to go out there and play a lot today, and they gave. I mean, you just look back at yourself as a kid. I mean, I grew up a Michigan fan, and like I would kill to be in this opportunity 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm just gonna make the most of it as I can, because I know obviously this season showed me that like basketball is not guaranteed, and I mean, what I played like 6-7 games this year, so I mean, I just feel like I owe it to my teammates, I owe it to the coaches, and all that to go out there and compete my butt off, because that's my job, and I'm the captain. And I hold my head for that.
Thanks, Phil.
Appreciate you.